We all use smartphone cameras and DSLR to shoot videos. But to shoot better videos, you must be familiar with video settings. There are many technical terms like FPS, aperture, shutter speed, types of lenses and whatnot. We are going to discuss one of these technical terms. Hey guys, this is Dhruval. Welcome to my channel Technocrat Dhruval. Today in this video, we are going to dive into the details of the FPS. You all have heard the term FPS many times when it comes to shooting videos. But have you ever wondered what is FPS and which FPS is better for your videos? Before we begin, please subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Follow me on Instagram at technocrat_Dhruval. So now, without any further ado, let's get started. FPS stands for frames per second. Frame rate is the amount of individual video frames that your camera captures per second. Frame rate comes in a few different standards such as 24 FPS, 25 FPS, 30, 60 and 120 FPS. Frame rate stems from the film and the very first silent films. Film would be on a reel and then cranked by hand by a camera operator, and then the projectionist would play back the film at the same frame rate that it was recorded at. You can think of frame rate like a flip book. Each new drawing on a piece of paper is a frame. When you flip through, you see all the frames blended together as one continuous moving image. That in mind, if you have a frame rate of 24 FPS, that means in 1 second the camera is capturing 24 individual frames, and when played back, it displays as one continuous video. The best frame rate for video is, well, all of them. That's because each frame rate has a specific use case. For video on the web, most TV and film, 24 FPS is the standard. That's because this frame rate is the most cinematic and looks the most natural to the human eye. For live TV, sports or soap operas, 30 FPS is common. 30 FPS has 6 more frames per second than 24 FPS, giving it a smoother feel that works well for live TV, but it is less cinematic. 60 FPS, 120 FPS and higher frame rates are used for recording video to be played back in slow motion. When choosing your frame rate, you will want to keep in mind that the higher the frame rate, the slower the video will be. For example, videos recorded in 60 FPS or 120 FPS will then be slowed down to a 24 FPS rate, which creates that smooth slow motion effect. If you ever played back 60 FPS or 120 FPS, how it is recorded, then you will definitely notice a strange looking effect. In video, frame rate is a recording format and accounts for the number of individual video frames your camera captures. The shutter speed affects how quickly your shutter opens and closes, affecting the exposure on your shot. You can use shutter speed to brighten or darken your image. Any frame rate at 60 FPS or above is considered a high-speed frame rate. For example, 60 FPS, 120 FPS and 240 FPS would be all considered high-speed and are typically used for slow-motion video. Some cameras can even go as fast as 1000 FPS. You have probably seen some example of this frame rate in videos of a bullet in slow-mo or a balloon popping. Yes, the human eye can react to visual signals in less than 1 millisecond or translate that to a frame rate of 1000 FPS. But when it comes to the screens that we use to view video, most LCD screens only have a refresh rate of 60 Hz. This means even if we were viewing something at 1000 FPS, it would essentially only deliver 60 FPS to our eyes. Frame rate is usually a setting that has to be adjusted in the main menu of your camera. It's not found on a jog wheel like aperture or shutter speed. On most cameras, frame rate can be found in one of the first couple menu pages. Once you locate the menu page, you will see two options for each frame rate, IPB and All-I. IPB means more compression and a smaller overall file size. And all I means less compression and higher file size. A higher FPS does not mean a higher video quality. When you change your frame rate, you are not changing the file output size, for example 1080p or 4K. Whether you shoot 24 fps or 120 fps, you can have the same 1080p HD quality output. But something to consider is that a high frame rate can help you achieve a smoother shot even if you are shooting handheld. Because everything is slowed down, all of the camera shakes will be less noticeable. So guys, I hope you understood the whole concept of FPS. If you have any questions, then please feel free to ask in the comment section. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, then please hit the thumbs up button down below and share it with everyone. If you want this type of useful videos regularly, then subscribe to my channel and don't forget to hit the notification bell to get notified whenever I upload new video. Also follow me on Instagram at Technocrat_Dhruval. We'll see you guys in the next useful video. Till then, stay safe and stay motivated. Peace.